What? Tables. You have already worked on it. If you remember, for movie details, I told you to do. It's very easy thing. But we will go in detail. We will be working on it. First of all, what is the purpose of tables? Yes. So you have to understand the difference. Yes. So we have two things actually, tables and forms. The purpose of display in tabular format. That is the purpose of tables. Purpose of forms. We are going to work in future. The purpose of forms are to collect data from user. To collect data from user. Two different things. The purpose of tables are to display in tabular format. The purpose of forms are to collect data from the user. Now, if you wanted to log in into Gmail, for example, you have to enter your username password. That is, they are collecting your data. Understanding what I'm saying, right? You have created your Pulse account. What we have collected your data, your name, your gender, your mobile number, all those things we have collected. Two different things. Tables purpose is to display data in tabular format. The purpose of forms are to collect the data from the user. Right now, we are going to work on this tables. Right. Now, let me create a project first. How to create a project? What is the command to create project? npx npx create yes application name or let it create. In the meanwhile, what I will do, I will just go to HTML, tables. I will fit into HTML tables. This is how a table will be. Now the data they are displaying in tabular format. Tabular format means rows and columns. How many columns we do have here? 3 columns. Vertical is column, horizontal is row. Remember, column means vertical, row means horizontal. We have worked on flex box also. Flex direction row means horizontal. Flex direction column means vertical. Exactly. This is how a table will be created, and the table starts with a table tag and ends with a table tag. Starts with table tag and ends with table tag. everything should be inside. Everything should be inside this table tag. Got a point? Again, inside this table tag, there should be three parts. One is the table head, and there is table body, and there is table foot. These are the three parts it should have. Normal HTML, without that also it accepts it. But in JSXML, you should have it. Table head, that means T head. Table body, that means T body. Table foot, that means T foot. That means it's like this. I'm going to create one more tag called T head. And inside this, T head. That means this is a heading of the header part of the table, that is top part of the table. This is top part of the table. Again, we should have table body. T body. Body we should have. So table, inside that table head and table body, and we have table foot. See, like this. And now inside this T head or T body or T foot, we will contain rows. Contain rows. So rows start with the TR, ends with TR, ends with TR. And inside this TR, we can have TH. TH means table head, header. D means table data. Now I'll use TD for example. TD. That means table data. You can have whatever you want. That's what the structure of the table. It should start with, table should start with, ends with table. Inside that body should have three parts: table head, body, and foot. Even body, head, body, and foot. Then inside that rows. Rows can have details, table data. That we should have it. Now let me show you. In this example, they haven't shown that actually. Directly in table, they have created a TR in this example, but actually you can have, I'll say, HTML table T body. I just type. Now see here. First a table. Inside the table, T head. Inside that a TR, table row. Table row can hold TH or TD. I'll be showing you details in a moment. Then after T head, it's T body. T means table, table head and table body. After that, table foot. Inside that. Whether it is T head or T body or T foot, all holds rows. Row starts with T. Understanding, then tabular format will be created. Even the tabular format it creates, it will not look like table because we have to add borders. Then only it looks like table. See, what is the difference between bread and cake? Beautification. Beautification done through cream. Actually, both are bread only. But if you put cream on top of that bread, then only it is called cake. Exactly the same thing. If you add borders, then only it looks like table. Otherwise, it will not look like table. You have to add borders to it. Now we will try to do that. Project is still creating. Now let us see. What we are going to do. We are going to create a project, and in app.js, which is a inbuilt component, there itself I can create a table, or I can create a component, and inside that component I can create a table, which is recommended. Why? Reusability. If I create it once, I can use it multiple times. Now, what I wanted to do actually, I wanted to create a table to display the 10th marks. Display 10th marks. Now, the table will be something like this. Now, what I'm going to do, let me create a table like this. Like this, I wanted to create multiple rows, and I wanted to display the name of the student where we are displaying the marks and their subjects, their maximum marks, marks obtained, pass or fail, result, total, all those things I wanted to show it just for display purposes. Like this, I want English, Telugu, Hindi, science, social, science. Here, student details like Sachin Tendulkar, 10th marks, 10th mark sheet, like this. Then I'll be assigning marks. English probably 90, Telugu 80, Hindi 95, science 75, social 55, maths 100, like this. This is marks obtained. We can give maximum marks, result, the marks, something like this. I wanted to create it. Your marks should remember in your school days. Something like that I wanted to create. Now let us see. Project is almost created. Now files has been created. Now what I will do, I wanted to create a folder called components. Inside this components I wanted to create a component called 10 mark sheet. Mark sheet. Now I have created a JavaScript file. We actually call it as a module. What? We actually call it as a module. We can convert that module into a class or a component. Got a point? But we are learning how to convert that into a component. Now this is a module actually, JavaScript file. We'll be discussing about module a bit in detail later. But for now, a JavaScript file in React is called as module. But I wanted to convert this into a component. How do you do that? It's RFC. Whenever I say RFC, that means we are creating React functional components. There are two types of components we have discussed. Remember, there are two types of components of this: class components and functional components. What we are creating is actually functional component, latest version. So I am setting RFC, the component has been created. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to use this component in app.js. So whenever I say RFC, have you observed it? It is automatically exporting it. If you wanted to use module anywhere else, you have to export it. You have to export it first, then you have to import it. See, you wanted to buy iPhone. You wanted to buy iPhone. iPhone is developed by Apple, and they are manufacturing in China, for example. Of course, they are doing in India also. Imagine they are manufacturing in China. Now China has to export it. Then India has to import it. If they export it, then only India can use it. Exactly the same thing. If you create a module, it can be a class, it can be a class component, it can be a module. You have to export it. We are writing export keyword also, but not directly. We are just typing RFC, everything is doing automatically. Everything is doing automatically, then we have to use it. Now we are exporting it. Now we wanted to import it. Where I wanted to import it in app.js. In app.js, I wanted to remove unwanted stuff. So I'm just deleting. Here I'll say I'll use the 10 mark sheet. And the mark sheet, if I select this, it will automatically import it. As you observe it, it is importing automatically. Everything is automatic. Even I haven't written export. Automatically we are exporting it. Here automatically, if you select it, we are importing it. Okay. Now I have created this component and I wanted to run it. I am going to a folder called tables. I'm going to cd tables. I'll say npm start. Whenever I say npm start, what actually happens?
Download all the libraries. First starts the React scripts library.
npm start is actually a command written in our package.json. Now, if I say npm start, it is looking for package.json. There it is looking for start command. Whatever we have written there, it is executing. What exactly that is doing? It is going to node_modules. In node_modules, there is a folder called React script. There a command is executing, which internally converting JSXML to JavaScript, JavaScript to HTML, then displaying. That's what is happening internally. Got my point? See, if you say you just upload your picture in Instagram, for example. You just click the button, select the picture and say upload. That's it. But so many things are happening internally. It is connecting to middleware to database, database to middleware to your application. So many things are happening. That's why we need internet. Can you upload anything without internet? Because it connects to middleware. There's a big concept actually that we'll be discussing at later point of time. So here also, if I say, you can also remember npm start means it displays. No, you should understand what is happening internally. Npm start, any npm command, it looks for package.html. npm start, npm install, it is looking for package.json file. So npm install going for package.json and identifying the libraries, connecting to npmjs.com, downloading all the dependency libraries. npm start going to package.json, looking for scripts tag, and it executes that tag which is in the node underscore mode. Got my point? That is what happening internally. Now I have created this component and I have added this component. Now this is processing it and it will show that component. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to display a table. Table starts with table tag, ends with table tag. That I wanted to do it. So I'm coming to this component, 10th mark sheet. Here let it be the div. Inside this, either I can make the table directly or inside the div also I can create. Inside the div also I can create it. Right now, see here it is showing that the mark sheet component is showing, but that is just a simple text we have. So I wanted to change that. Okay. So there is then sorry, I have to create tables actually. Table. Started with table, ended with table. Inside this, what I have to create? Table head. I have created it. Then table body. I have created it. Then table we have created. Now inside this table head, I wanted to create certain rows. How to create a row? Here. Here I am creating it. Inside this tier, I am creating. Now one row, tier means one row has been created. That too we have created the top, which is part of table header. Now I'll say TD. I'm giving it. We'll say subject. Okay. Maximum marks. TD. Marks in result. Result. I have created one table. Inside that a table head, table body, table foot is there. I have created one row in table head. And that row has how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. Now let us see. So come here, are you able to see? Subject, maximum marks, marks obtained, results, and marks. We call it as TD. Like this, I wanted to create multiple rows. Now, we'll cover that. Now, I have created one in table head. I wanted to create one more in table body. I am just copying it here in table body. Now I should see 2 rows because I have created 2 TR, right? I should see 2 rows here. Now second row is also. Now I wanted to create one more in table foot. I should see 3 rows. Now, how many tables we have? One table. How many rows we have? 3 rows. How many columns we have? 5 columns we have. Subject is one column. Maximum marks is another column. Marks obtained is another column. Result is another column. Marks is another column. Is it looking like table or is it looking like paragraph? Why it is not looking like table? What? See, if you go to marriage, do you need to tell who is bride? Why? Yes, dress, makeup, the dress attire, everything by seeing you can tell she is a bride. But if she wears in a normal dress, for example, you have to ask where is the bride. Exactly, table will not look like table until we add borders to it. Borders we have already worked on it. Until we add borders to it, it will not look like table. Okay. Now let us try to. Now I have created this. Let us try to add some borders to it. Okay. Now I am clicking on table borders. HTML tables can have borders of different styles and shapes. How to add a border? To add a border, use the CSS border property. We have already worked on border property. On table, th, pixel. You can add a border property to table, th and td, not for tr. You can add a border to th, td and table, not for tr. Why? Tr is nothing but collection of th and td only. That's right. Now let us try this. Now anyway CSS is linked. Now what I will do? Now let me remove everything. You just create one more. That row you want where in th, in head or foot or body. There you add it. That's it. We'll be working on that. Now table is not looking like table. That's why I'm adding borders. Now I'm adding. First of all, I'm creating a element selector. And I'll say border 2 pixel solid gray. I have given it. Now I'm giving a 2 pixel solid border to table. How many tables we have? One table. Now if I see here, now are you able to see? That border is coming. Why only one border is showing, not row wise? Only for one. Now observe here. I'll try to give border to tr. tr means table row. Now let us see what happens. We cannot give table border for table row. Is it applying for row? It is not applying. Yes or no? But you just see TD. TD we have used it, right? Table data. Now you see. Why it is not coming for border? Row is nothing but collection of TDs only. Row is nothing but collection of TDs only. That's why it is coming like this. See, a family of 6 people are there. You wanted to go to a movie theater. How many tickets you have to take? 6. 6 for 6 members. What about the family? No, 6 means family only. Family means what? Group of 6 only. We don't take a separate ticket for family. Family is nothing but what? 6 people only. We are taking 6. Exactly the same thing here. Row means what? Row means TDs. We are giving border to TDs. It is automatically coming. Got my point? Okay, by chance if you give it, even it will not display. It will not. That is the headache with this CSS. It will not throw error. and it will not. It is introvert. It is difficult to understand. Okay. Now we have given a TD which is coming like this. Now it is looking like a bit like a table. Okay. Now what exactly I want here? Subject is there. Here I wanted to display subject name like English, Telugu, Hindi, science, social, maths, like that I wanted to display. Now how many subjects we have in 10th? 6 subjects. So now imagine, let us leave this for a header, table header. One row for heading, one row for footer, for displaying the total percentage and all those things. In between, I wanted to display subjects. So table head, table foot head should have one row, table foot should have one row, table head holds the heading, table foot holds the total percentage result, those kind of things. And a table body should have all the subject details. So now I'll come here in 10th mark sheet. Let me change it in table body. In table body, here I am giving English. English is the first step. Now if I come here and see, I should see English here. English. Now subject, English. Then maximum marks. What is the maximum marks of English? 100. No? Huh? Probably. You can try with that. I have studied with marks, so I'll just give marks. So you can give GPA. 10 GPA you can give. 9.8, 6.8, like that. Maximum marks 100. Marks obtained. I'll give okay 89. I have a string. So here 89 is displayed. And result. What is the result? Pass or fail? Pass. Now I am giving result pass. You can type PS pass or P, anything is fine. And remarks. Usually teacher will give good or bad or very good or something like that. 89 is decent marks. So I'll give remarks as very good. So this is the heading. This is the values actually. Now I have given for English. Now I wanted to give for Telugu, Hindi, science, social, marks, maths, like that I have to give. Now let me create one in table body only. Table body I am creating one more row. Inside this I am creating PD. What is the first one I have to give now? Subject, which is Telugu. Now observe here. Now one row has been created here and it shows Telugu. Next what I have to give? Maximum marks 100. Telugu also 100. Now I will see 100. We have created the row. In that row, first value, second value also we have given. It shows 100. Then marks obtained. I'll give right 90. I'll give. Then result. I'll say and I'll say remarks. Now is it looking like table or not? It is looking like table. Now English we have given, Telugu we have given. Now I wanted to give for remaining 4 subjects also what I will do. I will copy paste. Copy 3, 4, 5, 6. I've given it. No, 6 subjects. Right? Now English, Telugu. Next is Hindi. English. I've created Telugu. Then Hindi. Hindi 91. Hindi maths. Maths you can give 100 also. It is difficult to get these marks. At least we can put it here. Yes or no? So maths, science, 99. Next, social. A very confusing subject. We don't know why they are fighting. I don't have much expectations on this. Okay. 65. Something like this. I have given. At least every subject is pass. Okay. I have created this table for 100 also very good, for 65 also very good. That is not logical. So for social, I will say okay, average. Need to improve. Need, okay, anything we can write. Need to improve. They'll say Panipat War. It started from this and this. Very difficult. Luckily, we have passed it. Now I have created this table. Understand? Okay. Now we have created table. Inside this, we have created table head, table foot, table body, and the first one we have given as within the table head. The last one we have given within the table body, so table foot. The in between table body we have given. Okay, this is good, looking like table, but everything looks same. But I wanted to highlight this. I wanted to highlight this. That is the heading, right? I wanted to highlight this. So what I can do, instead of TD, I can use TH. What? TH. TH means the content is bold and center. Bold and center. Now see here, the subject is not bold, not centered. But if I give, it looks like center. But you may not find much difference because the size itself is very small. So you don't find whether it is center or not. I'll just try with the remarks, you'll understand. Now see here, for remarks, instead of TD, I am giving TH. TH means what? Table head. It's head of row. Now see, that will look like bold and centered also. It is a bold and centered. What happened to the border? My border is not coming. Perfect. If you see here in the CSS, we have given border to TD, not for TH. That's why it is not showing border. Okay. Now I will give the same TH for this also. I have used the auto rename tag. So if I do the starting tag, automatically ending tag is also changed. So here also I am giving. Understand the difference between TD and TH. TH means it shows the content in bold and center. TH, TH, and Now it is showing something like this, but it is not showing border actually. I wanted to show it border to this also. What I do, I say TD comma TH. That means that is applicable to both TD and TH. Now I should see the border is coming back. Understanding what I'm saying? Complicated. So now it is looking like table. Now we are highlighting the heading part. If you wanted to highlight these subjects, can be done. Yes, you just change it to TH. That's it. Now I wanted to highlight, for example, English. I wanted to highlight it. Wherever I am giving English, I'll make that to TH. That's it. Now instead of TD, I'll give TH. TH means automatically bold and centered. Now you may not, I differentiate the boldness, but the center you may not differentiate it much. The reason is the width itself is very limited. That's why you cannot identify. Now if I give to marks obtained, you'll understand the difference. Now see, for marks obtained, I am giving TH. You can see the difference. Now see, it is bold and center. Whatever you give it in TH will be bold and center. Whatever you give it in TD, not bold and left aligned. Now, why do I highlight this? Either I highlight this or leave it. I don't highlight subject marks normally. So, I am just using TD in this case. Understanding what I am saying? Complicated? Okay, now everything is good. But why double borders are coming here? It is applied to every TD. Now, this is a separated TD. This is a separated TD. This is a separate TD. That's why double borders came. That's why double borders came. Right. Now, we can control this also. Now, we have something called collapsed table border. What? Collapsed table border. Now, see, to avoid having double borders, like in the example above, set the CSS border collapse property to collapse. This will make the borders collapse into a single border. Now, in the table, you have to give border collapse. Collapse you have to give. Now, let us try this. Now, I'll come here. Now, if you observe here, TD, TH, we are giving border 2 pixel solid gray. For table also, we are giving border 2 pixel solid gray. Both are same. So, I can give comma separated of the table, comma, TH, comma, TD also I can give. But anyway, what I'll do here, I'll say table, I'll say border, collapse. Border collapse. I'm giving collapse. Now, see what happens. Are you able to see it? Now it's not showing double border. See, I'm giving you an example. You have a house here in your colony. Colony is collection of houses, and you have another house here. Do you find two walls in between or only one wall in between houses? One wall only. That means single wall, single wall. That is nothing but border collapse, single collapse. If it is two, that means two. Double. By default is double. You don't want double, so use a CSS property called border collapse to collapse. The default one is the separate. We have one more value is also there, separate. The default value is separate. Now see, it looks double border now. It is showing double border, which you don't want it. For example, You just specify border collapse to. Now it is going to be single. If you want a bit thin, I'll make instead of 2 pixel, I'll give single pixel, 1 pixel, which looks a bit thin. Have you observed any difference? I think this is 1 pixel only to show you. 1 pixel. Now it is showing 1 pixel thickness. Let me try to see whether I am getting it. 3 pixel it should show thickness. Mhm. Okay, it's changing here actually. The table. Now I wanted to change it to not only table but TDTH also. TDTH I am telling it. Now I should see a bit thinner. Now are able to see this is a bit thin now. Understanding what is how to create a table? Now we have created a table and displaying the marks of 10. Now I wanted to, now let us see, shall we highlight the subjects or not required? Required. Required means what we will do, we will be putting it in TH. English I have given TH here. Here also I'll give TH. Also I'll give TH. Now all those things will be highlighted. Got my point? Complicated? You have already done that, but I am just showing you a bit detail. You need. And if you want, you can give different background colors also. Background color property we have already worked on it. Right now, what I will do, I'll just focus a bit on the beautification. Now, I wanted to give different color to TH. I'll give TH background color. Background color. I'll give antique white. Now you see the difference. Why it is showing like this? All the TH is silent. Now you wanted to give different color to TD. Background color. Powder blue is the color. Now you see that. Understood? Complicated? If you fix the width and height, naturally content cannot be shown. Then the scroll bar will come. Actually, the purpose of body we have given is for that only. Normally, if scroll bar comes, we wanted to show the scroll bar to the body. To the body. That's why we have given it as a T body. We have separated the body, so the scroll bar will come only to the body. That's why we have separated it. Rounded table borders, if you want, you can give border radius. You can get it. But if you wanted borders like this, border collapse should be separate. Then only you can see it. And there are different styles of borders we have already discussed. Dotted, dashed, solid, double, groove, bridge, inset, outset, none needed. Whatever the style you want, you can use those things. Understanding what I'm saying? Confusion? Clear? Sir, border colors also, if you want, you can give. We have given gray color. You have given gray color. If you want different color, of course you can give it. But okay, this is fine. But I want different styles for TH. Possible? Yes. Now what I will do for TH, I'll give font style. Font style. I'll use not font style actually. Font family. I'll use Cedar Sans. So different. Showing a bit different. Uh, and I use a Google font. Now what I can do? I can go to fonts.google.com. Let us select some decent font. Okay. There is a font called Manro. Let me select this. Either I can use it by downloading, creating font base, or I can directly link it. Now I wanted to link it directly. So here, what I am doing, I am selecting 200 thickness, and I am selecting 500 thickness. 400. 200 and 400. Two styles I have selected. Then if I click on this, they will be giving us the code. I am just going at the ready code. I am just importing it in our CSS file. Sir, no. CSS. All the import statements should be at the starting. So I am importing 200 and 400. Both I have imported it. And for TH, what I wanted to do, I wanted to use that actually. Now here, font family, Mangrove and Sanskrit. So I'm giving font family, Mangrove and Sanskrit. Now font style should be changed actually. No, it has changed. Now I have downloaded 400 thickness, so I can use that also. Font weight. I'm giving 400. So it will show 400 thickness. This is the 400 thickness which I have downloaded. And I have also given downloaded 200 thickness also extra thing that I wanted to give for TD. For TD, I wanted to use the same font, but font weight different. 200 I wanted to give. We have already worked on it. It will just work like a simple division kind of. 200 I am giving it. Now you should see. Now see. This is looking thin. Yes or no? Understood? What is the font? What is the table? And all those things. Now the beauty of this is we haven't just created a table. We have created this as a component. So I can use this component multiple times. Now there are 11 players in cricket. Now layer 11 player marks I wanted to show. Normally players means statistics we should show. But imagine we wanted some marks of those 11 players. Now I just use that component 11 times. Now what I will do in app.js, I will just use this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you should see these things. How many times we have created? We have created one time and using it 11 times. Now what I will do, it is showing one below the other, which is fine, but some spacing, something should be there. So everything is in anyway div class name app. So I am coming to app.css. Actually, I have deleted everything. So what I will do, I will create a class name app, or I can change it also. I will say container, and I will say display flex direction row. Okay, we need one below the other. So column we give. Now let us see here, which shows the normally like this. Anyway, it is showing one below the other because we don't have enough space. And now what I want this to be center aligned. What I have to justify content or align items. Align items and center. Okay. Then justify content. Right. Why it is not showing center?
Container is not stuff here.
Now it should show center. Now it is showing center actually. Now here actually align items is sufficient, I guess, because flex direction column means justify content is vertical. Align items is horizontal. So align items is sufficient. Okay, which is coming like this. Now, if I wanted to give some spacing between the items, margins I can use. For the table, now table is the container, right? Table is called a flex table. I will give margin from 20 pixels. I should see some space between that. Now, what actually I wanted to do? Now, I wanted to customize it. Now, everything is same actually looking. I wanted to customize it. Now, first of all, I wanted to tell whose mark sheet is this. We have something called a caption. What? Caption. Now, I'll go for table headers. Table headers, anyway, we have worked on it. Either highlighting this or this, like this. We have worked on it. Yes or no? TH, we have worked on it. We have something called a caption. You can add a caption that serves as a heading for the entire table. TH is for heading for the particular column, but caption serves as a heading for the entire table. Now that caption can be given just after table. Just after table. So now what I will do, I will come here, 10th mark sheet, just after the table. I'll give caption. Mark sheet. Sachin Tendulkar and mark sheet. Updated this caption. Now if I see here, I should see that. Are you able to see? Sachin Tendulkar, 10th mark sheet. Here also, Sachin Tendulkar 10th mark sheet only. Here also, why everywhere it is showing Sachin Tendulkar only? It is in component. The same component we are using it. Now, why I want Sachin Tendulkar mark sheet 11 times? I want 11 players. How do I do that? Props. Passing through props. Now I wanted to customize it. So what I will do here, app.js where I am using, I just say name equal to Sachin Tendulkar. Now I am passing the prop. Are we reading the props? Are we receiving the props here? No. How do I do that? Within the parenthesis, you just type props, and here props dot name. Why in flower brackets? Because within the JSXML we are writing JavaScript. That's why we have to specify it as a JavaScript expression that we give it in the flower brackets. Now if you see here, now see Sachin Tendulkar 10th mark sheet, but for the next one it is not showing. Why? We didn't give this perfect. Now marks actually. Remaining things I'll just give. Now I will copy paste it. Okay. Now everywhere I have given Sachin Tendulkar. Earlier also it was showing Sachin Tendulkar. Now also it shows Sachin Tendulkar. But what is the difference? This is customizable. Earlier it was not customizable. Now what I want, I am giving Sachin Tendulkar. Then Saurabh, Rahul Dravid. Then next generation of VS Lakshman. VS Lakshman. Then next generation players. Yuvraj Singh and MS Dhoni. Next generation Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma. Next generation Shubman Gill. Shubman Arjun Tendulkar. But I think he didn't play a single match. Okay, okay. Any name you can. Dhoni. I just given 11 names. I have given. If you wanted to add your favorite names, you just add it in the task. Now, Sachin Tendulkar 10th mark sheet, Saurav Ganguly 10th mark sheet. Here it should change actually. Rahul Dravid, VS Lakshman. I think Shubman Gill, Arjun Tendulkar. I think if we can give one more name, Sachin Tendulkar name is duplicate. You are saying some name, what's the name? Understanding? Normally using HTML, you have to create it. Yes, we can create it. You have to write so much. But here, we have done the smart work. That means created once. Customizing it, reusing it multiple times. Now, caption, okay, this is look good, but I wanted to beautify this caption also. So, I'll come to CSS. I'll use element selector for caption. For this caption, I'll give background color. I'll say orange red. I'll give only orange seems to be better than orange red. Now we are giving some background color. Now not only that, I wanted to give some font also. I'll give font family. I wanted to try something cursive style. Which one? Italic is not. No, I'm saying selecting cursive. The system will automatically pick anything from cursive style. Now see. I have not given font name actually. I have given a category cursive. It will pick any one of the available. So now it is showing like this. But if the text font size is a bit bigger, better. I'll say font size 2 REM. Yes, it is displaying 2 REM, but 2 REM is too big. I'll try to give 1 REM. Let us see. 1.3 1.3 I am giving it bit bigger. Decent. Understanding? Now everything is good, but what I wanted to do, names are changing. but marks are changing. No. Can I pass marks also through props? Which you can do that. And I don't want the subject maximum marks at the bottom. We have something called column span, which we'll be working on it. Column span means we can merge multiple columns. We can merge multiple columns. Just to show you here, the last row I'm coming. So for this TD, I am giving column span equal to 2. I am giving it. I can give it within quotes also. I am giving it. That means this takes the width of 2 columns. Now, if I see here, subject span. Now, are able to see the subject is taking 2 column width. Is taking 2 column width, but 1 extra is coming now because we have made this as 2 column width. So this is equal to 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6. It is like coming like 6. Now I don't want these remarks now. Understanding what I'm saying? That is equal to 2 columns. Now I have removed this. Now see what happens. Now the subject is equal to 2 columns. Likewise, now I want 1 for total, 1 for grade, 1 for result. Total 3 I want. So what I will do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 2 I want, so 1 for total. And constant equal to another for grade, another for so now how many rows we have actually in this table row? 3 we have, but that is equal to 5 because 2, 2 and 1 equal to 5. Now it shows like this. Now see. Grade and result. Now colon I can show total, grade and result. Probably what I will do, result is here. Second one should be total because marks obtained are here, right? Second one should be total. This should be grade. And just change this. Okay, I'll give total 546. Some dummy number I am giving. Result. I just either give result or simply say grade. Distinction I am giving. Fine. Grade, distinction, total 546. Result is pass. I can give result also. Understanding? But it is actually showing much thinner. I wanted to show a bit thick for these things. So what I can do, I can come to here. What I will do, and say table, inside a table, T foot, inside T foot, we have TR. Inside T put only TR, right? Now here I'll say font weight 400 I am giving. Let us see what happens. I am referring to a table row which is inside T foot, which is inside table. Now that only should show thickness, 400 thickness it should show. It should show actually. Is it applying or not applying? Not applying. Table we have given, T foot we have given. Inside that TR we have given. Inside that TD, let us see. Now are you able to see? It's coming. Inside that TD is there. What TD we have. Now I am just showing you can give your own colors, good fonts, good background colors, anything can be done. Understood what is the column span? These two columns I have mixed it. These two I have mixed it. I have just left that. Now the only thing which I haven't done is passing the marks actually. I am not passing the marks. I wanted to pass the marks as props. Then student name will be changed and marks also can be changed. Can be done or not? You have worked on table but not in depth in our previous class. Now this is depth. Still few more concepts are there that we'll be covering in our next session. Like column span, we have row span is there, column groups are there. Different CSS we have a concept called the zebra stripes. What? Zebra stripes. That is there. That we will be working on it. That we'll try to work it in our next session. Okay. So I want you to create a beautiful table, right? With the 10th mark sheet. Right now we are working on 10th. Why 10th? You can create 10th and inter both. I've already created. There is nothing much in it. You create for 10th and for inter. Five players. For 5 players, for 5 students in this case. 5 students you display 10th and inter marks. It's up to you. Depends on the alignment anyway can be changed. Alignment is not a big deal. Responsive is there. If space is sufficient, it shows side by side. Otherwise, one below the other. It doesn't matter. Okay. So I want to total 10 tables. 5 10th results, 10th mark sheet, 5 inter mark sheet. You can try with your own subjects and marks. Got the point? I know you might have forgot it. You might have your scanned copy of your mark sheet. Right? You can see and okay. Understood? Just try to use some good fonts. Beautification also just try. Okay. You just pass the color as the prop. Customizing anything you can pass it as prop. Okay. We are right now we are passing only the text like name of the student. You pass the color also as the prop. And you can use. Okay. But for that yes, you can use, but caption is designed for this. If you wanted to display some heading, caption is designed for that. You can use, see, it may look similar, but the purpose is different. Nav is also a container, div is also a container. Both are containers, but purposes are different. You know, Cash box is different. Jewelry box is different. Why don't you put cash in jewelry box? Both are boxes only now. Can be done, but different things people maintain it. Got it? Exactly the same. And here, why they are maintaining it separate is because of screen reader. Screen reader can understand it easily. Okay. So part one of tables is done. In our next session, we'll be working on part two of